Romance. I'm coming today to show you a very basic box. I am currently on a mission to learn how to make boxes, and so this is a very easy one. So as I'm learning, I'm afraid you're going to be learning as well. It's super simple. It's made from one sheet of 12 by 12, and the original design, it's not my design, the original design was to put cookies in. That's why it's quite a large box, but I mean you can use it for anything. So this box will measure 6 inch by 2 inch by 3 inch depth, so it's quite nice and large. You can fit lots in, lots of uses for it. So without further ado, let's get on. So I've got a sheet of 12 by 12 here. This is Soft Sky. Very pretty colour from the Subtles range. And first of all, we're going to score at, I've got my measurements written down here, 3 inch and then 9 inch. Now just bear with me because I've just got the Stampin' Up score tool and I'm still getting used to it. And because I do stamp on a glass mat, my table's not very flat. I think I need to rearrange it so that I can score better. So 3 inch and 9 inch. And then we turn, we score at, let me just move it over slightly, 1 inch. All of the measurements will be on my blog, ladies. All of the scoring measurements too. 1 inch, 3.5 inch, and gents, 6.5 inch, and 9. There we go. Managed to do that without going on the wonk. So we can take that off, move that to one side, fold and burnish. I can sit down now. Fold and burnish all of these. And this smaller section here is the flap that tucks in. So that is the top, as it were. All of these. I'm just seeing if my scissors are near me because it's the weekend, so the weekend's very much family time for me, and I do a million things at once, whereas during the week, during school hours, it's very much, you know, just me and Stampin' Up. But on a weekend I've got other commitments, so I'm doing a million things at once. Right, so this is our box. So this small section here is going to be the lid that tucks in. So that is your top. That is the back panel, bottom and front. So it's going to go like that. So that means that we can cut away these pieces here. Let me just get my template at the side of me so I don't cut wrong. So we can get rid of this section and this section first. I think my scissors need sharpening. Put that to one side because we can use that for something. Oh, off they go, barking. Sorry. There must be a cat in the garden. Right, so that's that section. Now we want to cut up here from the bottom up to that first score line. Hopefully they'll pack it in a minute. Dogs howling on your videos, not a good look. I am sorry. They're Shih Tzus. And they are quite a handful, to be honest. Apparently, they are a bit of a handful as a breed and quite hard to train and very willful and very... a little bit naughty. I think it must be small dog syndrome. So we've cut up from the bottom to the middle score line, and then we've cut down to the middle score line, and that is basically it. I'm just going to round these tabs off, even though you won't see them. It just looks tidier. For me it does. I just like it. You don't have to do it. It doesn't matter because you're not going to see it. But you know, there we go. So basically these fold in like that. That comes up and that comes up, and that's your box. Okay, very simple. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer it with DSP. I'm not layering the bottom because you're not going to see it, and I'm not layering this little lip either. I'm just going to layer the main sides. So the sizes that you need for those are, let me get this right, you need 2 pieces at, let me move that down, 2 pieces at 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that is those 2 pieces, okay? And then the lid, which is this bit here, is slightly smaller. All the measurements, I'll put them on my blog for the DSP as well. That is 5 3/4 by 2 1/4. It's just slightly smaller. And then we're going to do these side panels here, which are 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to get those attached as quick as I can with some snail. Oh, I've just opened a new one. And we got, just try and keep it so that your borders are even. Okay, and this one. Like so. And the DSP is the same colour, it's Soft Sky, and it's from the Subtles range, the large packs of DSP that you can get. I think there's 40 sheets in them, and you get all the different subtle colours. They're double-sided. I love them. Absolutely awesome for layering backgrounds to your cards, making boxes, things like that. It's just beautiful, beautiful paper. The quality is really good as well. It's really, really nice. It's got a lovely feel to it. That one there. I've picked this flowery one on purpose because then it doesn't matter which way the paper runs. It's not going to look like it's upside down. If you're using a more patterned paper with more detail, make sure you think about how you cut it, otherwise your decoration will be upside down. I've decided to pick this paper so that I didn't have that added stress on my video, because knowing me, I would have done it all wrong and that would have been a disaster. Although, you know, most of my videos are pretty much a train wreck, but nobody seems to mind. I seem to get away with it, so we're not going to worry. Now, we need to attach these tabs on the inside, so we put in our adhesive here. Now, I am going to use Fast Fuse for quickness. I would normally use tape, but it will make my video really long, me prattling about with tape. Or use Fast Fuse, sorry, this is snail, so use Fast Fuse or a strong tape or whatever, wet glue. Don't use snail to fix boxes if you want them long term, because it's really for just attaching paper. It doesn't have the strength. That's why we have the two different ones. So snail is for paper and the Fast Fuse is for card. But I've run out of Fast Fuse. I ran out of it doing my sample, which is typical. Then you just fold these sides behind these layers here, just lining up best you can. Just tuck it in, line that up with that. I can hear my daughter stirring. It's quite early on Saturday morning and I can hear her stirring because her room is directly above my craft room. So she's going to want feeding when I finish this video, and then I need to go and take the barking monsters for a walk. So that's my day. Well, that's my morning. Sort of spoken for. My life's not my own. But that's for all mums, isn't it? So there's your box complete, and then that just tucks in there like so. Okay, I'm just going to do a sentiment for it, and I'm choosing the Designer Tin of Cards. I'll just move my box there for a moment. Designer Tin of Cards. This is one of my go-to stamp sets if I just need just a sentiment, you know, and I'm not doing a fancy card, because I just love them. And I'm using Sending Love here. and I'm going to stamp that on some white. Is that big enough? I want to use my label punch. Is it Elegant Labels? I can never remember the name of this punch. Never, ever, ever. Yeah, it fits. I need to like write it on the back of my hand or something. So I'm using Marina Mist to go with the Soft Sky. It's just a darker blue. Plenty of ink on there. Tap, tap, twist. Give that a stamp. Not too close to the edge because I'm going to go in with this label punch. So I need a little bit of extra at the side. That's a beautiful colour. I've just got this in. I've just ordered quite a lot of colours. And because I'm a new demonstrator, I didn't have everything, but I nearly have now. I'm nearly there and I'm loving that one. It's beautiful. So I just give that a bit of a waft. And it does just fit, does this sentiment. It's just going to chop a little bit of that off, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to centralise it. And then punch. And then I'm going to use a scrap of the paper that I've cut off for the box. Not paper, the cardstock. So this is Soft Sky. Punch. Get my dimensionals, which are, here we go. Woohoo, I've actually got them near to me, I can't believe it. Get myself some dimensionals. I'll finish up those. I'm just going to layer these up. 1, 2, there and there. Layer these up. Oh, I've put that up a bit. I'll tell you what, we'll do it different. We'll do it that way for a change. For a change, we'll have the dark colour at the bottom instead of at the top. There's no rule says it has to be at the top. And put some on the back to attach to our box. Move those out of the way. Just move that there a minute. I'm going to come in with some of this organza and satin ribbon, and it's in Whisper White. I absolutely love this ribbon. So we've got our cookies in there. Pretend we have. We've got loads of yummy cookies in there. We're going to just trim this ribbon. I do use my embroidery scissors for ribbons because I like a really neat cut. It's just my personal preference. So let's have that in the middle. So we just tie it in one knot and get round and tie it in another knot and try and have that knot nice and even, like so. I'm not going to do a bow. I'm not going to stress myself out. I'm just going to cut the tails like so. One going one way and one going the other. Like that. And then I think I'm going to add my sentiment. Should we add it there or there? I'm going to put it on the top. Why not? Put our sentiment there. Have I got my rhinestones to hand? I have. I think I'll just add a little rhinestone to that because I love the basic rhinestones. They're absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to add it to the heart. Shove it over a bit. Get in the middle. Get in. Should have done that really before I put it on the box. And there you go. You've got a lovely, 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 but very easy box. If I can do it, you know, then anybody can do it, and I think that's really cute. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.